This video is brought to you by me. Help me grow by liking and sharing. Now on Mildly Entertaining, Scotty, did you know? D-Day was shot 6 times, lost a finger, known as the craziest pilot. If you need to blink, do so now, for what I'm about to tell you is mildly entertaining. James Doohan, a Star Trek celebrity and brave Army officer. Who doesn't know Scotty, aka James Doohan? Not only famous for giving it all he's got and wearing red shirts. What most people don't know is that he served in the Royal Canadian Army Corps too. He was a brave officer and performed so well that he was soon promoted to lieutenant in the 14th Field Artillery Regiment of the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. He was then sent to England for training in 1940. Fast forward to June 6, 1944, D-Day. The American, British, and Canadian forces were assigned different locations on French beaches, and Doohan's job was to secure the Con Bayou Road. It was a challenging task as there were 2 German infantry battalions facing them, and the Germans had spread anti-tank mines on the shores. Due to bad weather and low visibility, the aerial bombardment from the Allies wasn't effective. The weather worsened and the landings were delayed until after sunrise, with no darkness to cover them. The Canadians reached Juno Beach at around 7:30 a.m., and luckily for them, the HMS Ajax's bombardment of the beach was far more effective than the aerial. Doohan, along with his men, started progressing through the sands, and in spite of the anti-tank mines laid there, they crossed the area easily enough. This is because the anti-tank mines were designed to activate on heavyweights, and the men were not heavy enough to activate them. On their way to higher ground, Doohan took out 2 German snipers, marking his first kills of the war. The beachhead was so crowded with Canadians that later arrivals couldn't advance. When darkness fell, there was a risk that the Canadians would end up shooting each other, which is precisely what happened. Doohan had kept a silver cigarette case in his chest pocket that his brother had given to him as a lucky charm. After smoking a cigarette, when he was walking back to his post, he was shot 6 times with a Bren gun. 4 of the bullets hit his leg, a 5th hit his middle finger, and a 6th one hit him in the chest. Fortunately, the bullet that hit his chest was stopped by the silver cigarette pack. The shots were fired at him not by a German sniper, but a nervous Canadian sentry. After recovering from the wounds, James started learning to fly an aircraft and served in the Royal Canadian Artillery. He was known as the craziest pilot in the Canadian Air Force because one time he got into trouble for flying his plane between 2 telephone poles, just to prove it could be done. James then entered the entertainment industry in 1946, when he started performing as a voice actor, doing over 4,000 radio shows and 450 on TV, earning a reputation as one of the most talented voice actors of his era. In 1965, he was offered the role of Scotty in the famous Star Trek series. Not only did he play the chief engineer for the Starship Enterprise, he also helped develop the Vulcan and Klingon languages. Sadly, he died in 2005. and the Space Loft XL rocket honored him by taking some of his ashes to space. To my current subscribers, thank you for being a part of this community. Please remember to help me grow by liking and sharing. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you subscribe to Mildly Entertaining, the channel that will mildly entertain you. Previously on Mildly Entertaining, Khan, Star Trek's most famous villain, is named after a missing World War II buddy. Fly bombers in World War II, make a friend, lose friend, attempt to find friend by naming a TV villain after him.